I think that is what now leads most people into cheating. You will realize that they are in that marriage, but they are not in that marriage. I recently heard a baffling story about someone who is in a relationship, a healthy one, and he got in trouble. He actually raped someone, and he was sent to jail for like 5 years. On his coming back, the lady he was with went back to him, and the family were like, "What is wrong with you? You know this guy is a rapist, whatever." She didn't listen. After a few months, he committed the same offense, and he was sent back to jail. When he came back again, this lady went back to him. Then he was involved in doing drugs. Okay. He was arrested again. He went to jail. He came back. This lady still went back to him. So it now begs the question that what attracts most people to each other, despite the obvious negative and annoying situation that they find themselves?
The first thing to me that I feel could be the problem is, when it comes to the side of the woman, I think it's just the fear of being alone, the fear of being single, because they don't want to really, go back to like, oh, will I start all over again? So they have that fear in them that, will I still be single?
Yeah, but if they have that fear, we know that most women get approached. People ask them out, even just walking on the streets. Why is she so bothered with that she will keep going back to this person that is of no good?
Yeah, you're right. But I want to believe for her to go back to that same person, she must have seen something or have something that is taking her back.
I think that is like an emotional bonding.
Okay.
I think to me, if we have to be rational about it, if we have to just be practical, I think she bonded with him emotionally, because most people become close to people and they don't see any wrongdoings that the person is doing, because this is the only person that can understand them. But I think this is where self-respect comes into play.
Yeah.
A lot of people just want to live. They just want to live on people's happiness without creating their own happiness. You understand?
I understand it very well. That emotional connection, I mean, it goes a long way. And even when they notice that, okay, this relationship is unhealthy, they're still emotionally connected to the same person.
I think it's because they have this sense of belonging. This person have the ability to give them the sense of belonging, suck them in, and then make them feel like this is, and they would have tried with other people, and they realize that no, it's not always like that certain person. So even though, as I said earlier, it's obviously a crazy union by outsiders, but the fact that this person is seeing what she's seeing inside,
and others are not seeing it.
Others are not seeing it. So to me, it's kind of crazy.
It's crazy, but it's very strong when you talk about emotions and all that. That connection is just like you said. It's more like chemistry. They have the same chemistry together. I mean, things go together.
I think sometimes too, when they bond through trauma. Some people have gone through abuse. Some people have gone through intensive drama. Seeing your parents always fighting and whatever. So when you meet someone that you feel have gone through the same experience, most of the time, I think it helps them stay with this person, because they know this person has also or had also gone through the same thing they are going through. And so if this person is now doing something outside the relationship, it could even be cheating, it could be fighting somebody, it could be a rapist, it could be in drugs, whatever. But the fact that this is the only person they understand and who also understand them,
very well, yeah.
The best thing they would do is they would just stay. And which is abusive to me in nature. Because if it's not abusive, you are actually abusing yourself.
Yeah.
Because why would you be with someone that is not really good for you, but because of what you're gaining there? And this goes a long way if we look at ladies generally who are into relationship because of what they can gain, because of poverty, because of the fact that this man provides for them, and they are going through hell. But this man is ready to buy them houses, take them
To
traveling
places and
to
all.
places, buy them the latest iPhone, make them feel good, buy them cars. They will keep going through this trauma. So they get sucked in
Into
by their own
their own
selfishness.
selfishness. Ah, wow, that's great. And sometimes, when I think about it, I notice that, some have invested, into the relationship. You know,
Oh, you're bringing us back to being entangled.
exactly, that's the right word. Entangled, be entangled into it. It could have been, through, emotions.
But if you look at truly, that's why most, like over 80% of women still remain in their marriages and in their relationship because they've invested. Number one, they've entangled themselves in so many ways. Like they have bought maybe a house together, they are they are the businesses together, and at the same time, they realize that walking away may not really worth it. They don't want to start all
All
over
over
again,
again.
or this is a foundation they've already made. It's already strong,
Yeah, yeah.
so they're already sucked in.
Yeah, just they must have been sucked in because they've invested their time, their energy, emotions, and all that. Even when they notice that the relationship or the marriage is not healthy, but because they've invested so much in it, they are so committed in it, it's difficult for them to pull
I
out.
think that is what now leads most people into cheating, in the sense that you realize that they are in that marriage, but they are not in that marriage.
Marriage.
You ask most married women, when last has your husband touched you? When last have you had sex? When last have you guys gone on a trip together?
Together, yeah.
It could be years, especially sex. It could be months.
Months,
But
which is not
that is
healthy.
a question, like, when last has your husband touched you? Or when, to compare to when last have you had sex?
Yeah.
Now, the husband may not have touched them for the last 6 months. But when you now flip the question and ask, when last have you had sex? It could be 2 weeks ago, it could be last week, not necessarily with the husband.
With the husband.
But people jump into condemning such people, but they don't know what they're going through because they're already in that marriage.
Yeah, invested
They
in
are
it.
invested in it and they don't want to leave it. So the best thing is to have someone satisfy the other aspect of their lives.
Yeah.
Some people just need someone to just talk to.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of cheating, but it's what they need. So when they start talking to a stranger out there for 1 hour, 2 hours on the phone, and you wonder, but you are married.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, you don't know what this
No,
person is going through.
exactly.
This person is
He has
in this
invested, he has
relationship,
committed into
but cannot walk away.
can't walk away. It's difficult.
That is the problem you have.
It will-
The other thing that is, to me, is a little delusional is the fact that most women believe or they have the hope that this person will change. The hope that, oh, one day it will
gonna
change
change.
or she will change. That hope, even though they are not happy in that relationship,
They're not fulfilled.
they're not fulfilled,
in that
but
relationship.
they
They
keep
hope.
going that, oh, hopefully one day,
It's gonna
hopefully it's
change.
going to change. She's going to change.
Not
But
that.
people, they forget the fact that people don't
Don't
change.
change.
The moment you get to adulthood, they don't change.
It's like when you plant an orange and it's growing, and you're like, oh, I hope one day the orange start bringing it.
Bringing apple.
And one day you feel like you have the desire to eat apple. Meanwhile, you have an orange tree. You're that maybe this orange will bring out apple. No, it can't.
It cannot. So if this person has already become an adult and has not changed, you cannot change
cannot
it.
change
The only reason people change is their own personal decision. And you cannot make somebody unwilling to do something, do it. They will not do it.
They will not do
So
it.
change is having hope. So if you are among the people who are sucked in a relationship, you may need to think twice. I think the number one thing that can help you, and the only thing that can help you, is for you to become your own friend first.
Yeah, become your own.
Believe in yourself and be your own friend first. And also try your best to be content with where you are. If you are earning a salary, if your paycheck is okay for you, be happy with it.
Yeah, be happy with it.
If you can find yourself with your paycheck, do not stretch to get something that you don't need. Because a lot of people are in trouble not because of what they need, but what they want. Until you begin to separate your need from your want, you will always find yourself in trouble with the wrong people.
Yeah, with the wrong people. So the advice we're saying is for them to just be themselves.
Be yourself. Separate your need from your
From your
want.
wants.
And that is it.